What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video guys, I have several very important news. First of all, I will show you an update in MMAT bankruptcy case that might be very important for MMTLP shareholders. On top of that guys, I will show you an update from the non-litigational path to the resolution. We have another letter that was written just yesterday. And what is this letter about, I will show you in just several minutes. On top of that guys, I will show you an update in one of the litigation processes that we have on the table. And to be honest, I thought we missed a deadline that I showed you several videos ago. And this deadline was set to March the 12th. And for now guys, I'm a bit confused about the recent updates. So on top of that, I will show you quite interesting news that potentially we have a very famous ally on our side, and to be honest, these actions are quite weird, but they are quite promising. And I will show you that we have for sure another ally in the top level politicians of the United States of America, and I will show you what I'm talking about within just a couple of minutes. And before we dive deep into all of these guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm, and let me remind you that if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that guys, for now I added the gold tier for limited 10 vacant places, and the only difference in between these two tiers is this one. Discord access member will have all the data for the potential trades, for the potential tickers that you should be aware of, but the gold tier members will have the exact setups with the stop loss and take profit orders. They will have the exact notifications when and how they should trade certain asset. On top of that, for each and every member, I will do a weekly 30 minutes Zoom calls in order to answer their question and in order to teach them how to properly use technical analysis and how to be a successful trader. That is why guys, for some of you this might be a game changer opportunity, and if you want to drastically enhance your trading skills, feel free to invest in yourself. And here you can see the most recent updates that I made for my Patreon members. As you can see, I have a Zoom meeting, 30 minutes Zoom calls for my gold member tiers. On top of that guys, I explained a lot in my tutorials video. On top of that guys, I made daily updates on the current status of the market. I show to my Patreons crucial news that can impact the markets in general. On top of that guys, as you can see, I made a lot of videos that is related to different ticker symbols like SPY, QQQ, TQQQ, Cocoa, Palantir, RKLB, HIMS, Wix. Previously guys, I made a video on Disney. Here you can see general market update. And guys, even during the crashes, I explained to my Patreons what crucial levels this asset might hit in order to, for example, close the gaps. As you can see, on Monday, Tesla was at $227. The lowest point was right here at $225. But I told to my Patreons that it has to move even lower, about 4%, in order to close the gap. And it was the price point of $217.07. And guys, take a look right here. I told to my Patreons about 4% more to the downside. And when Tesla hits 217, it doesn't mean it has to go to the upside immediately. And guys, take a look right here. Let's switch to hourly time frame. And here you can find the most recent, the lowest candle, I would say, that hit, as you can see, $215. You can find it under the letter L, $215. And then, since this trend reversal happened, it is up by 14.06%. This means, guys, you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. So, and let's begin today's video with this tweet that was written by Junk Savvy. It is very important in my opinion, and let me quote you this. Meta proof of interest update. Attention meta materials MMAT, MMATQ, MMTLP, TRCH investors. Deadline to submit your proof of interest forms to the Nevada Bankruptcy Court has been extended through 2025. Don't delay. And guys, as you can see, we don't have the exact date, but this process is still ongoing. Recent court filings indicate that the trustee has subpoenaed information regarding MMTLP. Additionally, the trustee has asked for as much information as possible regarding Meta's stock. As Meta is the issuer of MMTLP, you may want to consider submitting your trading data and holdings for MMTLP as well. 3 options. 1. Do nothing, do not pass go, collect no potential monies. 2. If you would like to receive any potential monies from the bankruptcy proceeding, including lawsuits, you need to submit a proof of interest, POI, from sample below, transaction data, dates, shares, monies invested. Proof of MMAT, MMATQ, MMTLP holdings, broker transfer agent statements, POI form link below, sample transaction table below. If you prefer to submit forms with reductions, the judge has requested reductions, see the judge's order below. You need to submit your POI form unredacted, sample below. A redacted version, a notice of reduction, sample letter below, transaction data, dates, shares, monies invested, and proof of holdings, broker transfer agent statements. The $28 reduction fee has been waived by the judge. See order below. If you already submitted your POI unredacted prior to the judge's order regarding reductions, or if you need to make any changes, including adding your MMTLP holdings, you may submit a new POI form, documentation, and notice of reduction letter. If you do, please check either replaces or amends box above, item number 3 on the POI form. Helpful tips. Information submitted on and with your POI is submitted under oath under penalty of perjury. Make sure that all the information you submit is accurate and factual. Your documents will be submitted to the docket and may be viewed publicly. MMAT, MMATQ, MMTLP. If your minor children are listed on your accounts, you may redact their names and provide initials only. Include this request in your notice of reduction. If you need to amend or replace your POI, send the correct version, making sure to check the appropriate box above number 3 on the POI form. Some investors are using separate form for each broker. This is not required. If you choose to do so, make sure to provide all elements required depending on whether you choose option number 2 or option number 3. This is a unique situation that may require some unique solutions. Per my conversation with the trustee's attorney, the trustee may petition the court to backdate before bankruptcy the qualifications to be eligible for any potential monies. If you sold shares for loss prior to the bankruptcy filing, August 9, 2024, you may also file a POI. If you file a POI, make sure that you are accurate and truthful about when and what you bought and sold. Include your transactions back to the reverse merger in June 2021. Let the trustee and court decide your eligibility. At this time, only provide information regarding MMAT, MMATQ, and MMTLP shares. You may include TRCH shares information if you held into the reverse merger and received your dividends. If you want a receipt that your POI package was received by the court, include one additional copy of your non-redacted POI form and a self-addressed stamped envelope with your POI submission. Otherwise, you may search the court docket to confirm the court received your submission. If you have any lingering questions, contact the trustee. Mail your POI submissions to one of the following addresses. Here's the addresses and basically all the links that Junk Savvy mentioned in this tweet. So, I have to admit that potentially, yes, it might be another path how we can achieve our goals, because the more information the court has, the more likely it will make some considerations in regards to our case as well. So let me show you another quite interesting update. Just yesterday I showed you this tweet that was written by Due Diligence, and basically several days ago he wrote he published this tweet and he published the letter that was written by a state representative to a senator with the request of investigation into the SEC handling of MMTLP. And he added this: tomorrow we are all gonna find out what happens when you push your luck. Hello, Dodge. And here is the update that Due Diligence published just 14 hours ago. MMTLP, this is what happens when you push your luck. A letter went out from the same state representative to the second senator in the state, and one directly to Dodge below. Elon Musk, if you want to investigate possible regulatory misconduct and or abuse, MMTLP is a great place to start, sir. Big thanks to the shareholder that saw to harm in making the ask for multiple letters after a commitment was given for one. If you don't ask, you won't receive. Keep fighting. So, guys, I don't want to dig deeper inside this letter. You can watch one of my previous videos. But to be honest, I really grateful for these steps that was made by Due Diligence, and I have to admit that we don't have bad actions. All actions might lead us to the resolution. We just have to be polite and very professional in our actions, and that is why, guys, I think it is a very good update as well. On top of that, let me show you this tweet that was written by Roman Soups. And he responded to his own tweet. And guys, I covered this basically about 5 days ago, that we had an update in one of the cases that was filed by Daniel Spears. And let me quote you this. Daniel Spears' motion granted, leave to file second amended complaint and more time to serve defendants. Deadlines Wednesday, March 12th for amended complaint. Service of defendants to April the 4th of 2025. Summons are issued. And guys, I have to admit that this tweet makes me thinking that something is wrong with this case. And he said, did Daniel Spears get her second amended complaint in on time? And he added this: unless I miscalculated, looks like complaint is nowhere to be found. Will her case continue? I don't see any motion for extension of time either. Spears versus Securities and Exchange Commission, and he added the case number, and on top of that he added the link to court listener. And guys, if you click on this link, you can see, let me show you, that the most recent update was made basically several hours ago, and it is main document description, that is main document, and it is amended complaint. So, is this document in line with the schedule that was mentioned in previous documents? And we had a deadline that basically expired on March the 12th. But here you can see that the date filed is March 14th. Is it in line with all the rules of the basically litigation processes? To be honest, I don't know. And guys, wait for more information. I will try to find out is this case is still active or we have some issues with this case. So, let me show you another quite interesting update. Here you can see the repost that was made by Busy Brands, and the original tweet is following. Pulte wrote this: thank you, President Trump, for entrusting me to lead Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and federal housing for the United States of America. Also, thank you to the United States Senate for confirming me. President Trump won a historic mandate to fix Washington, and that is exactly what we will do with Fannie and Freddie after these last 4 years of housing crisis. Under President Trump's leadership, we will help restore the American dream for all Americans. And guys, you know that Pulti tried to help MMTLP community, and yes, some people might think that his actions are quite controversial, but he definitely tried to help us at some point in time. And basically this news might also be important for us, because the more people on the high level politicians we have, the more likely that our problem will be solved. Definitely it is not a guarantee, but it is another improvement, probably tiny improvement, but very important in my opinion. That is why, guys, we don't have, as I already mentioned, we don't have bad steps towards the resolution. We just have to be polite and professional. And let's move forward again. Let me show you quite interesting tweet. Trading Secrets, Ali wrote this: very pleased to receive a follow from John Cena, 16-time world champion and New York Times best-selling author. Would be interesting to know if this has been sparkled by an interest in the MMTLP story. And guys, here you can see that it is the official John Cena's Twitter account. And if you don't know who this person is, guys, if you take a look right here, you definitely know who he is. And he's a very famous person with more than 14 million followers. And on top of this update, as you can see, in response to Ali's tweet, a lot of people also wrote this. For example, Joanna R. Intel wrote that John Cena also followed her Twitter account. On top of that, X Market News wrote "Me too." And guys, it is not the end. Wait a second, somewhere here we can see another person from MMTLP community, copy and paste, also published that John Cena follows him as well. So guys, does it mean that we might see another person, very famous person with more than 14 million followers, who potentially might be also an MMTLP shareholder? Or another option is following. I think someone in his, let's say, from his circle of friends and family, someone was and is an MMTLP shareholder, and he or she explained this entire problem to John. And probably for now he's interested in our case, and potentially, guys, it is another way how we can improve our case by attracting more attention to this problem. So definitely it is another good news. On top of that, guys, let me remind you about the recent investigation that was made by RareDD. 19 hours ago, he reposted his own tweet and he wrote: "There is so much evidence. The SEC can be this inept, but after more than 2 years, they are still yet to address FINRA breaking their own Rule 6490. Why?" And he refers to his own tweet that he published in December of last year, and he wrote: "Many people either fail or refuse to recognize the apparent full play on behalf of FINRA when it comes to the MMTLP corporate actions. Some people on social media say FINRA did their job, but they offer zero evidence to support their claim." More than 2 years after the U3 halt, the SEC is still yet to release the findings of their investigation concerning FINRA's actions. Why? Because all of the evidence points to fraud. MMTLP was an exchanged event type corporate action. The whole purpose of the corporate action was to exchange MMTLP shares for NextBridge hydrocarbon shares. Below, in the first 3 images, you will find 3 examples of so-called exchange event type corporate actions from FINRA's daily list, 1 from before MMTLP and 2 from after MMTLP. What you will observe in the examples is that the exchange always corresponds to the effective date of the overall corporate action. You will also notice that the word exchange or exchanged is incorporated into the body of the corporate action, and that the exchange occurs in conjunction with share cancellation. Now, when you take a look at the 4th image, which contains both MMTLP exchanged event type corporate actions, you will notice that the word exchanged or exchange never appears. Why? You will also notice that the overall effective date on the corporate action is linked to the incorrect 0-hour December 13th share cancellation date on the initial corporate action. And on the revised corporate action, the effective date is linked to FINRA's 0-hour December 13th symbol deletion date. Somehow FINRA forgot how exchanged event type corporate actions worked. More to follow. And he added all the screenshots that prove his words. And guys, definitely, as already mentioned, we have a lot of questions without any actions from authorities. And basically that is why we are here. We have to see the resolution, and one way or another we will have this resolution. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag.